Welcome to Ece Gurler Art. There are 8 must-have graphite drawing supplies that pro artists use, and I'm going to talk about all of them while drawing this beautiful horse. Let's go! The first supply I want to talk to you about is vellum paper. Vellum paper is a great drawing paper, especially for charcoal and graphite, but I also use them with colored pencils. I have a Strathmore Bristol vellum paper right here. It is 270 grams. It's pretty heavyweight, and listen to this. It is so thick and sturdy. I love it. The second thing I love about it is the tooth. The tooth of the paper has a perfect grip. Here, where the arrow shows, you can see the texture of the paper just a little bit. With vellum paper, it is possible to make many layers and blend them out easily. Speaking of blending, let's talk about blending stumps. Blending stumps come in different sizes, but I usually use the number 4 size and the smallest one for the little areas, but mostly I use 2 or 3 of them each time. Blending stumps are great when you're going over lines or the areas that you want them to stay darker. Just like in the horse's face, if I did this with a cotton swab, for example, it wouldn't stay this dark. If you remember in my previous video, which I put in on the right top, I compared all the blending tools, and blending stump gave the darkest results and the best results in the lines. Then it is definitely a must-have for graphite drawing artists. Another must-have in the list is mechanical pencil. Mechanical pencils are great ways because you don't have to sharpen them all the time. They're always sharp, and you can have these great fine details with them. Another advantage of it, if you have a good lead, then when you blend it out, you will see that it transitions so smoothly. Just like here, I applied on the neck area and the lead blended so beautifully. Electric eraser. It is a must-have if you ask me, but if you don't have it, that's still okay. Listen to this sound, guys. I know it's not cheap, but every pro artist has this eraser now, especially if you have many layers on top of each other. It is sometimes hard to erase with your stick eraser. Then the electric eraser becomes so helpful. Here you see me giving highlights on the chest of the horse, and even though I had many layers already, it erased so easily. I'm applying my bat method, blending, erasing, and drawing. Constantly using all the supplies I told you already, adding all the details with the mechanical pencil, then blending them out with blending stump, and erasing with my electric eraser. Let's talk about cotton rolls. These cotton rolls are used in dentistry. Maybe you don't have good memories with them, but in drawing they're really helpful. They blend so softly, especially in areas like this. Maybe not for smallest areas, but in large areas for the smoothest results, I highly recommend the cotton rolls. Here, for example, on the belly, you can see with circular motions, I can get those graphite in the tooth so much better. And in the end, you see this transition looking so natural and realistic. Another essential tool that every graphite artist needs is a kneaded eraser. Of course, you need to use the clean part of it each time. First of all, a kneaded eraser is a very long-lasting supply, and also it is perfect in giving highlight and still make them look natural. In this lower part of the horse, you can see that with just easy push and pull movements, I'm creating all these beautifully looking highlights. Of course, just one application is not enough. You have to keep doing the layers, and each time you blend, you can go back with your kneaded eraser, push and pull, and then blend them again with a tissue. A black colored pencil, especially Faber-Castell Polychromos Black, is a great tool to use with graphite, guys, because charcoal and graphite doesn't mix very well, but this oil-based colored pencil works perfectly with graphite pencils. It gives this very dark tone, so if you want to go really dark without giving the graphite shine, then I highly recommend you to use a black colored pencil, but if it's possible, oil-based, because oil-based colored pencils will have a sharper point. Now, my favorite tools ever, stick erasers. There are two types, one square and the other one is a rounded tip. With these, you can give all the fine details that you need in your drawing. The rounded tip will give you all these hair-looking structures, but also the square one will erase very small areas so strongly. You can see in this arm, we had so many tiny little areas that I needed to highlight, and I used my stick eraser for that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to go in with my normal erasers there. They are such great tools. I'm gonna use this eraser in the hair and in the tail as well. If you have any graphite going over the lines and you want to clean that out, you can use the square stick eraser easily as well. And you can see me adding multiple layers, blending them and erasing them. This is how we can create a realistic looking horse. As I said, I'm using my stick eraser here in the tail as well. You see that I'm going in the direction of the hair, and they are not always going into the same direction because our horse is in motion. Some of them going to left, some of them going right, and I have to give that motion with my stick eraser. After adding all these eraser marks, I'm going to add more hair with my mechanical pencil, and I'm going to add the darkest hair with my colored pencil last. We need to keep doing the bad method, blending, erasing, and drawing. As we make more cycles of that, we're gonna get the best realistic results. The final supply I want to talk to you about is a brush. I know it works best with charcoal, but with graphite it works really well too. You can see that in the blending part of our bed method, the Filbert brushes work miracles. You can see that those white of the paper gets filled in with this perfect shade of graphite, and also your lines soften out. This way you create a great base layer for your stick eraser. Here too, in the neck area or on the body of our horse, all these transitions can be softened out with our brush. And here is our final result. I hope you like this beautiful horse, guys. I will see you in my next video, which is just a click away. Bye! Thanks for watching my video. If you like my videos, please don't forget to subscribe. And for my real-time narrated tutorials, visit my Patreon, patreon.com/Ece Gurler. Stay with art and love.